future will be allowed 120 words every day to say need to get through all our routine interchange with an eye on word count.
Hey guys, welcome back to the Woolen Homestead. This is episode 65 and we are Tiffany and Ethan. We are the indie dyers behind the Woolen Homestead, and this is our little video podcast where we talk about what we're working on, yarns that we've dyed, projects we've got going on, and all that fun stuff. So it has been a good while
what
since
about
we've
a month?
been here. Yeah, it's been a month.
It's been a while.
Our last episode was not really an episode, but we did a live stream, and that was just about a month ago. So
yes.
Yeah, so we'll get more into where we've been in the end of the podcast, which is called Life Stuff. But in a nutshell, we just had kind of some sicknesses going on. So
a little bit of health scares.
Yes, very scary. But we'll get more into that later at the end of the podcast, so you can stay tuned there. And then if you guys want to follow us on social media, you'll find links below in the description box to all the places that you can find us. So go come find us on Instagram, Etsy, it's where we sell our yarn. Yeah, we've got all the links below. We're on
Ravelry.
Facebook. Yep, Ravelry. Come join the Ravelry group. That's where we have our Knitalongs. And in just a minute, I will let you guys know what Knitalongs we've got going on. 4 Knitalongs that we've got going on in the group. We have the year-long Knitalong that is the Basket of Mittens KAL, which we are co-hosting with Carrie of My Wool Mitten, and she is on Instagram as My Wool Mitten. And the hashtag is Basket of Mittens KAL 2018. We're just knitting mittens. There's no requirement on what type of mittens, what size, anything like that. Any mittens that you knit, works in progress are allowed. You can enter them in the Ravelry group, which there is a link below in the description box for. You also will get double entries if you use the Woolen Homestead yarn. So go ahead and check the Ravelry group out for more information for that. We've also got the Summer Socktacular Knit-Along going on. Any socks that you knit up until August 31st are eligible. Works in progress are also allowed. The hashtag is TWH Summer Socktacular 2018. And same thing for that, double entries if you use the Woolen Homestead yarn. So also no restrictions on what types of socks that you knit for that as well. So for events, we were just at the Michigan Fiber Festival, which is in Allegan, Michigan. It was super fun. That was just last weekend, and we're not going to get into it right now, but we just wanted to let you know that we're going to talk about that at the end of the podcast as well in Life Stuff. So you're interested in hearing about that, you can go ahead and check at the end of the podcast for that. So I have a couple finished objects since it's been a bit since we were here.
I would hope we did.
Yeah. My first one is my Villmarksgenersen. So this is a pattern by Linka, Karoline, Neumann. And I love this so much.
And it actually fits me too.
It does, yes, it totally does.
It's a different fit.
Yeah, it's a little tight in the shoulders, but
yeah,
it does. You can wear it though, for sure.
If I had to wear it, I could wear it.
Yes.
It's very, very, very warm.
Oh yes, and this is knit with Alafoss Lopi, so that's their bulky weight. And if you know anything about Lopi yarn, it's very soft, but yet also a little bit prickly.
Oh, it's very prickly. It's not a little bit prickly. It's very prickly.
I think you get used to it, though.
I'm sure you do. But I was wearing a t-shirt, and I could feel it through the t-shirt.
Yeah,
so
for sure.
You would really definitely want to.
Just depends on what your tolerance is for that kind of thing. If you don't care, but
what
some
you say
people.
About my tolerances?
I don't know. Maybe you need to wear more of these kind of.
I think you're calling me a wimp.
I think you need to wear more of these kind of sweaters, then you can build up your tolerance. But honestly,
is that your way of saying I'm a wimp? See, you got low tolerances.
In your defense, I have a low tolerance to this as well, actually, because one of my Patton's hats that I've knit out of Patton's wool, I can't wear it. Like, if I do, I'm very, like, itchy, like, right on my forehead about it. Like, I have a really hard time wearing that. So, honestly, I'm probably going to have to wear, like, a turtleneck under this just to be... Do they even make turtlenecks anymore?
Yeah, of course they make turtlenecks.
But yeah, I'm probably going to have to wear a turtleneck under this. But let's show the whole thing. Yeah. So, this is top to bottom. The whole sweater, I knit the second to largest size. I think it's an extra large. I think it goes up to a double X. And I love this. I love the little paw prints. This just makes my life so happy to see these. And it was a wonderful knit. I think very well written, especially since it's a translation, which I know that can be tough.
Yeah.
And I really like this a lot. So I highly recommend this sweater pattern. It's knit from the bottom up. And I want to knit another one of these. I would like to have like a whole closet full of these. You can knit me one of these. Yeah, for sure. I'll knit you one. I bet if we knit the double X, it would fit you just fine for the shoulders.
Probably.
You know, it probably would, because this one fit you.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, it's not got like a very form-fitted like female shape, if you know what I'm saying.
Yeah, no,
so,
it doesn't at all. It's very like there's no shaping to this. It's just straight down, so it's very unisex. And I love this. I love this so much. So yeah, I definitely want to knit another one of these. And I got this, the Alafoss Lopi I got from Tolt Yarn and Wool. They're in a yarn shop in Washington State, but I got it online. And I think this whole sweater was like $90. Like that's it. So not bad.
Not bad at all.
So yeah, I really, really highly recommend this sweater for sure.
Nice work.
Thanks. Okay, so another finished object that I've got is the self-striping socks that Ethan dyed up. And I forgot to grab my blockers, but you can get the gist. So yeah, I'm really, really happy with how these turned out. I'm really hoping that we're gonna have some more self-striping yarn in the future. I just think it's super cool.
It's a pain in the butt to dye though. I mean, it is. I haven't done it even, and I already feel sympathy for you, so. It just takes forever.
Even if we just do it though for fun, it's kind of like, you know, every once in a blue moon we'll pop one in the shop. That would be cool too, just to have it. But yeah, so I'm done with those. I'm really happy. I did, I have 64 stitches on the needles. I did them toe up. I did a Fish Lips Kiss heel, and this is our Tranquil Blue colorway, which how perfect did that match up with the sock? I just think that's so cool. So cool. So that's the heel, and then I did Jenny's surprisingly stretchy bind off at the top. So really, really happy with these. Yeah, so I can add them to my box of socks. All right, so that's it for finished objects. Next we'll talk about works in progress. So works in progress.
I actually have my hat started.
Yes.
I dyed this up a couple of weeks ago while I was still on bed rest orders, basically. Went out and dyed up. So this is the hat. What's the pattern we're using for this? Because you knit up one too.
Yes, classic cuffed hat by Pearl Soho.
Okay, yeah, perfect. Well, it's going super, super quick.
Yeah.
It's like a 4-inch cuff.
Because it rolls over.
Yep, and we used different cast-on methods.
Yes.
So we can put them side by side actually when we get to yours.
One. Okay, yeah.
But yeah, I dyed it up blaze orange, and
oh, look how bright! I love it.
And this is 100% merino, non-superwash worsted weight. And it's knitting up great. I've had it on the needles for what, 3-4 days now, and it's just zooming by.
Exactly, and you've had less time to knit than I have because we drove a lot.
Yes.
And by we, I mean you.
Yeah. 5 hours of driving yesterday.
We drove places, and he was the driver.
Yeah. Yep.
So I got a lot of knitting time in where you didn't get as much. But honestly, you cast this on Friday night, right? Yeah, at my mom's.
Yeah. Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
So yeah,
and I only got one or two rows done.
That
on
first
Friday night,
yeah.
And then,
yeah, it was late Friday night that we cast that on. And you used the long tail cast on for that.
I did use the long tail.
So the pattern calls for the long tail tubular cast on, I believe is the name. Pearl Soho has a like a tutorial on how to do it on their website. We just decided he knows how to do the long tail. Let's just, you know, because I had never done this tubular one, and I'm glad we didn't have you do it, because now that I've done it, and it was a little fiddly. So.
It was one of those, if it ain't broke, don't fix it
for
till
sure.
It is sort of situations.
And they even said in the pattern, if you like the long tail, go for it. It's just a...
Well, and I asked you, I go, will it come apart?
Nope.
And if it's not coming apart, I don't care.
Nope, yeah, exactly.
You know, I don't even really care how nice this looks. So far, it's knitting up pretty well.
Wonderful.
I mean, I've got some uneven stitches here, but I'm using my beginner status as a crutch for that one.
Oh, that's totally, and I have them as well, uneven stitches and blocking. Blocking's amazing.
But I've got about 2 more rows. It's supposed to be 4 inches for the cuff, and I've got, I don't know, 2 more rows before, or ribbing.
Yeah.
And I've got 2 more rows thereabouts to get that done, and then it's just right onto the body of the hat, and it's straight knitting. I think that's gonna fly by, because then I go from size 5s to size 7s.
Yes.
So yeah, that'll be really fun. And I get to use the knitting needles, new knitting needles.
Yes, the new knitting needles.
Show you.
Yeah, so stay tuned for the MFF, the Michigan Fiber Festival recap at the end.
Right.
You can hear about all the goodies that we got.
But we're just kind of throwing it at the end, because it's kind of like, there's a lot to talk about, and it was the biggest part of our life for the last couple of weeks for sure. And otherwise, we've got to split it up into a ton of different segments between like acquisitions and life stuff.
So we might as well
we're just gonna
toss it at the end.
Yep. For sure.
Put all in one. So yeah, so that is what he's using for his hat. And yeah, I'll talk about mine. So I am knitting the same, and I am on the crown decreases. So I'm just gonna, I was doing magic loop for the crown right now. And yeah, so this is where I'm at. It's this really, really neat Tweety yarn. It is by, okay, I even looked up on dictionary.com on how to say this. It's haute knit yarn, but it's H-A-U-T-E. It's French.
Like haute couture?
Yeah, exactly. But I didn't know you say it haute.
Oh, I could have told you that.
You know how to say that?
Yeah.
I did not know how to say that. So I'd heard haute, like with a H, but I'd never heard haute. So, fun fact, it's haute. Oh. So yeah, I learned that today.
Yeah.
But it's haute knit yarn, and it's really hard for me to say because there's an H. And I actually got this for free at the Michigan Fiber Festival last year, so it's kind of appropriate that I cast it on. Every year they have a little table where you can do like a yarn swap, but if you don't have anything, they're like, just take it. Like, you come up there, and we just like found it on accident. They're like, free yarn, just take what you want. And so I saw this, and I was like, indie dyed worsted weight yarn? Yes, please. So, and it was Tweety. Like, oh my goodness, I just could not get over the Tweetiness. So I love this.
And we looked up yesterday, was it yesterday or the day before? Yesterday. We looked up why tweed is the way that it is.
Yeah, it was yesterday.
Yep.
What did we find out? Oh, it's viscose. They're viscose, these little neps. And that's why they don't, because Ethan was asking, he was like, why? We thought they were little wool bits, and he was saying, why don't they get dyed? Because there's even white spots in here, like tan colors. Like, how come they don't get dyed when the yarn is dyed? Because I was explaining that the neps come in the undyed yarn.
That's what I was going, how in the world?
Yeah, like, how does that happen?
Do you dye that up without dyeing the neps? And I was thinking originally maybe it's cotton, because that wouldn't take the acid dye.
Right. And so we found out that it was viscose, which is different than cotton. I always thought they were like,
it's like a plant fiber, isn't it? Like a wood plant fiber.
Yeah. So that's what
the more you know.
The more you know. So here's their tag, and then let's see. So it is called Squishy Tweed, 181 yards for 100 grams. So on Ravelry it says it's a Aran weight, and the pattern calls for a worsted. So I didn't really bother with that. It's an 85% superwash merino, 15% nylon tweed. And yeah, really, really happy with it. I have a navy colored coat for winter, and it's gonna go perfect. You
can tell the difference between the Aran and the tweed, though.
Oh,
or Aran and the worsted.
Yeah. Wow. Yeah, you really can.
At. So just
because you're not a tight knitter at all.
No,
so,
not. I'm actually
that's
fairly
crazy.
loose. So yeah, it's
crazy.
There is a difference. For sure.
So I'll have to knit up a worsted weight one next, using the same needles.
So the cast on method.
Oh yeah. So this is
it's really cool.
Yeah, it makes it, let's see if we can figure out how to focus this.
It's focused on the bottom.
We can, yeah, you can see it. There you go.
There you go.
So do you see how it looks like it's rolled? Like the stitches just roll around the fabric. I don't know if you can see that. But that's the look that it gives. So it's kind of cool.
And then that contrasted with the long tail cast on here. Let's see if we can get this one to focus. We're trying to focus on this thin little line. Maybe. There we go. So you can kind of see that. It's a little bit chunkier.
Yeah.
On this side, it's not as finished looking,
but it's kind of neat. Once I wouldn't do it if you were a beginner personally on that. I had a hard time. I had to do it twice to get that cast on because it was just hard to tell what was what.
Just putting a cast on circulars for a beginner is hard enough.
Yeah.
I don't think.
Yeah. So, but if you're experienced, give it a shot. It's kind of cool. It's fun to learn something new, for sure. So yeah, that is the classic cuffed hat by Pearl Soho. It's a free pattern. So go check it out. Okay, next up is spinning. So, believe it or not, it has been almost a month since Tour de Fleece has been done. And so that's how long it's been since we podcasted. And yeah, so I have, weird. I know, it felt really weird. It felt like something was missing.
Yeah,
yeah,
for
it
sure.
Just was weird.
This feels natural.
Yes, this is normal. So I finished my Tour de Fleece spin. And I think I finished it before Tour de Fleece was done. Or it was right at the end. And here is what I've got. So, of course I drop it. So, this is my finished spin, and I'm so happy with it.
How awesome.
Yeah.
That is so even, too.
Oh, thanks, babe.
Killing it.
What's funny though is I was trying to go for a thicker weight, and I ended up going to my default like sport fingering weight, because that's what like I had been trying to learn for so long, and so now I'm used to that. And so it's kind of goes in between like a little bit of a thicker fingering weight and a fingering weight. So I was gonna make a hat with this, but maybe I will end up making socks out of it. Even though it is 100% superwash merino, there's no nylon in it, but I've had this discussion on this channel before about how I just like to do it, you know, make the merino socks that I spun. Also, by the way, I saw those socks at my mom's this weekend. They look wonderful. Yeah. No holes at all.
Held up way better.
Not to like toot my own horn, like they look amazing, but I'm just saying they don't have any holes in them.
Right, you would think merino.
Yeah, and it's because it was such a tight, it was a really tight gauge that it ended up being, because the yarn was just a little bit thicker than a regular sock weight yarn. So
and she wears them around without shoes on, and
yeah,
you know, and
they look, so they've just like felted really nicely where they would normally
like
felt.
How they should, yeah, for sure.
So it makes it a thicker fabric that way.
Really,
so,
really cool.
Yeah, I was really, really happy to see that. She was wearing them. I was like, give me your foot. See how those look. So, so the yarn that I did spin, the fiber is from Wound Up Fiber Arts. The colorway is Must Have. And you can find her at Wound Up Fiber Arts on Instagram. And she's got, her website is woundupfiberarts.bigcartel.com. So go check her out. She's got some really, really fun bright colors. I love her. And then we got 426 yards is what I ended up getting out of this. Now I didn't weigh it, and I didn't have much leftovers and didn't do any samplings. So I think this should be over 100 grams. So I think it should be about like a heavy fingering weight, is about what the yardage would be. So yes, really, really happy with that. So, so happy. And I can't wait to make up my hand spun yarn tags that I was given, you know, those ones that I was given forever ago. I've started writing them out, but I haven't finished them all yet, and so I want to get those on there because they're really cool.
And you've got spinning tutorials on the channel now, right? Mm-hmm. So.
Well, I have like it's like a series. It's not necessarily like a tutorial, but it's like, this is how I spun the yarn that I made the socks for my mom.
Okay.
So it's called Spin With Me. I think I even made a playlist on this channel, so you can go check it out. Otherwise, you'd find it from the beginning of this year's when I did it, so. Yeah, all right, that is it for spinning, and next we'll go on to mail. For mail this week, we received the sweetest care package.
Seriously.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, this is from Lindsay, who is at Simply Serving. And you can find her on Etsy as Simply Serving and Instagram as Simply Serving. And we'll have links below to any of the makers that we talk about today and the show notes, which are in the description box. And oh my gosh, this is so cute.
It's so cool.
So she had messaged me and asked, you know, she'd like to send a care package to us because we've been going through a lot this last month. And which, like I said, we'll get into the end. But yeah, so she just wanted to kind of send us something to like brighten our day and just, you know, give us something to make us happy. So
and it did.
Oh, it totally
really
did. It totally did. I told her, I messaged her today, and I was like, you know, I was just a little stressed out at work, you know, and I came home and this was waiting for me, and it was just like, oh, it made my day.
Awesome.
So first of all, she sent us these little lavender sachets, and they are here, we'll take them out of the baggie. Oh my gosh, how cute are they? They're so woodsy and cute, and they have buffalo plaid and little mountains.
And a beaver.
Yeah, and his has a bearded beaver on it.
A bearded beaver. How awesome is that?
And then mine has a little fox with binoculars on it. And oh my gosh, it smells amazing. Lavender and clove, was it?
Yep. Yeah. So it says, contains dried lavender flowers, rice, and lavender and clove, pure essential oils, massage gently to release scent for up to 20 years. And they smell so good.
Yeah, so we're gonna put these.
I love lavender, clove.
all that. It's perfect. So thank you, Lindsay. We love these. I'm gonna put mine in my one of my project bags.
And buffalo plaid is my favorite.
Seriously,
it's my favorite.
It's everything.
It is.
Like, I was looking for your project bag earlier, and I found one of your flannels in your duffel bag. I was like, oh, here's your, oh, it's not your bag. It's your flannel. I thought I found it earlier.
Well, yeah, because this is my project bag.
So it's got buffalo plaid there. It was so funny. So Lindsay also sent us these really, really cute.
How cool are these?
DPN cozies. I love them so much. So mine is pink camo. And his is orange camo.
It's so cool. And she's even got her logo in there.
Yes.
Simply Serving.
So cute.
So we'll see if, it's not gonna focus. Come on. There we go.
Awesome.
We'll call it good.
Yeah,
So, yeah,
it's focused.
It's so cool.
And it matches your
True
project.
timber camo. Yeah, it does.
So we're gonna put that with your project
does.
for sure.
So, hey, and this is actually, okay, this is a really good hunter's orange. This is something that you would find just on a hunter's orange jacket if you were to go to Cabela's or whatever. So, hey, that's pretty cool.
That's awesome.
This hunter's orange is going to work.
Totally.
Yeah.
Totally, yay!
So I'm really excited about that.
Love these. I
and
love
they're
pink
so
camo.
well made, too.
Yes, they are. And I love the little, like, detail
Cool.
with the little lace on it. It's just so cute.
It is.
Love it. So she also sent us some teas. So we have a honey lavender stress relief, which, oh man, caffeine free, because you are now caffeine free, totally. So we'll get more into that too. But so he's gone total caffeine free, so that's amazing. And then there's a pumpkin spice, which I love this. So I love this. Very, very excited. And then she sent us, because if you know Lindsay and you know her shop, you know that she makes these really cute little, I believe it's polymer clay, little progress keepers.
They are so neat.
I can't handle it. This one. I claimed this one.
She did.
I couldn't help it.
That's okay. I love this one.
I had to have this. So let's see if I can get this to focus. So, oh yeah. It's a little beaver, and he has little buck teeth, and I can't handle how cute he is.
And mine
He's so tiny.
is a little bear.
Oh, and he's so cute too.
How awesome is that?
And I was just in her shop. I didn't see the bear, but she does have more of these little beavers. She also has moose, and she has little bucks.
Does she?
Oh my gosh, they're so cute. She has a bunch of like
awesome.
s'mores and like s'mores and coffee, and like her DPN cozies are kind of like camping themed, and there's like little woodland critters. Oh my gosh, so cute. So yes, go check them out because they're
put this
too
on
darn
right
cute.
now, actually.
Oh, that's a good idea.
Right where I start my round.
Too. So cute. So yeah, let's put them on our hats.
Yeah, so this came.
I can't. Oh, he's so cute. His little buck teeth kill me. I just love it.
Look at that.
Oh, look at that. That's perfect.
That is so cool.
Oh, Lindsay, thank you so much.
Thank you.
It seriously brightened our day.
Definitely.
So much. It was just perfect. So thank you again. I cannot tell you how much that we loved it, and this community is just blows us away.
Absolutely. Yeah, it's
amazing.
So cool.
We were reminded of that too at the podcaster meetup at the festival. It was just amazing. So thank you so much. Oh, next up is shop news.
Yes. So we don't have quite as much as we usually do, but we still have.
We've got some in the shop for sure.
We got some stuff. It's just been, we haven't been dying quite as much, but now we're kind of back on the wagon.
Yep, we have more of a routine now.
Things back to usual.
Yes.
But, so right now we've got some Earl Grey. We haven't had this in the shop for quite a while.
Yes.
And this batch turned out really, really well.
Yeah, and I would describe Earl Grey as like a greeny neutral. Like it's a gray base, but it's got flecks of green, yellow, brown, like a rusty brown, like little shots of purple even in it. So yeah, it's definitely like it can be a neutral, it cannot be a neutral. You know what I mean? So it
goes with a lot too. You know?
It really does. It really, really does.
Especially if you pair it with a tonal. I mean, like this is our this is also in the shop. This is our Tranquil Blue colorway, and you can see those two.
And that's the
really,
colorway
really well
that I
together.
knit my heel in.
Yeah. Yeah.
So yeah, I like those two together as well. It's got a very like a watery feel to it.
Yes.
Yep.
Yeah, it really does.
All right, and this is Autumn Cranberry. So this is a new fall colorway that I dyed up a couple weeks ago. And yeah, so this is like a pinky red, but it's got some dark, like little bits of dark pink in there as well. So just a good autumn tonal that you can use. We've got my favorite colors October up here, which we don't currently have in the shop. But when I was dyeing a lot of the fall colorways a couple weeks ago, I was trying to get colors that kind of go with this palette. I just really love like an autumn palette a lot. So a lot of the new,
favorite time of year
oh,
too.
it's we go nuts. So I like these two together. When will we have this back in the shop? We're not sure. It just depends when I can get some time to do some dyeing. We'll touch this on life stuff too, but I have not had the chance to do much dyeing lately either. But I'm gonna have you maybe, you know, we'll dye it together and I'll show you how I dye it, and then we can have more of my favorite colors October in the shop.
So speaking of fall colorways, we have Which Better Have My Candy.
Heck yeah.
And this is currently in the shop.
Yes. Yep, we have a good couple of skeins of this in the shop. So any fun Halloween socks that you want to knit, these would be great for that. Somebody last year knit a shawl in this, and socks actually.
That would look really nice.
Two different people. Yeah, the shawl looked really cool too. So if you guys are on Ravelry, go ahead and check out, you can search our yarns. You can search the Woolen Homestead and yarns on Ravelry and find our yarns. And if you look under the sturdy sock base, which is what all these are in, you will find all of these colorways. So, or at least most of them. If people have put them up and knit with them, you will find them. And so you will find that one on there if you want to see what it looks like knit up.
Definitely. We also have Mandrake.
Yes.
So this one's really neat. Lots of earthy tones, earthy colors. And we got some nice light greens, some dark greens, browns. There's some pinks and purples in there. A lot of complex colors working in this one.
I love that one.
Yeah,
it's one of my favorites.
It is one of my favorites as well. And all of these that we've shown so far are on our sturdy sock base. I don't know. We don't have any DK in the shop.
Not currently
right now,
dyed up. We will though. We have quite a bit of it in stock, like undyed.
Oh yeah.
So yep. So we'll be adding those. You'll see that periodically, definitely going into the colder months. So I mean, probably very very soon we're gonna have DK.
Yeah.
Or Polworth DK.
We might
base.
even do some worsted. No.
That would be really cool.
Yeah, because after knitting that hat up, I kind of want to
like
put more worsted in.
Heck yeah. Totally. It's a game changer.
Yeah.
When you want to get something done, for sure.
We also have Haggards Happy Hour.
Yes.
So, kind of similar to Mandrake. A lot of the same tones there, but this one is a lot less heavily speckled. You've got a shawl with this in it, don't you?
Yes. But that was the one we gave to Shelly. But yes, I've got pictures of that knit up, and actually another one on Ravelry that you can find a lot of people have knit with Haggards Happy Hour.
Yeah, and this one can produce kind of a fade effect as well, where it's, you know, if you knit especially a shawl or something like that, where the speckles are heavier and then will gradually become
lighter and lighter. It's
and
really
so that's
neat.
really really cool. We also have Cosmopolitan.
Yes.
And this is probably the last batch of this that we'll be dyeing this year.
Yeah.
Kind of a summery colorway. You could, you know, early fall for sure too.
Yeah, definitely.
But it's just got these.
We had summery drinks in mind when we were naming this one.
So
for sure.
you got some nice yellows and pinks and purples in there. It's black.
Even a little bit of
speckles,
orange.
a little bit of orange. Exactly. Yeah, it's a very pretty colorway.
And if you go on our Instagram, if you look for the little gray poodle in with a little snood on, it's a little hat. That is that colorway knit up. So you can see what it looks like knit up.
Yep. So for this one,
Tiny Dancing.
Yeah. So this is, how many of these do we have in the shop? Do you know?
I think we've got 3 or 4.
3 or 4?
Yeah.
Okay. This one is some really, really pretty purples popping out against that white background. There's some
nice
brilliant,
contrast.
Brilliant blues in that as well. It's just, this one's really cool. Lots of different shades of purple speckles, and a lot of these are really, really fine purple speckles as
Which
well.
I love.
Yeah.
You're really, really good at dyeing the really fine speckles.
Thank you.
That is not my forte.
That's my thing. I love really fine, like...
I like them, but I don't have the patience to do it. And I don't have the steady hand for it either. Like, I'm not... Maybe I am kind of jittery, but, like, I do not feel like I'm a very, like like spastic with it, but I think I'm just not patient enough for it.
Well, and I think
You
it's
know.
figuring out which dyes do what, because some of them will do that, other ones will not. Like, it's almost impossible to get blacks to do that fine speckles.
Yes.
Like black, it's like, oh, well, now it's a tonal.
Yep,
You know,
yeah.
like
It's just very
it's just
splotchy.
a black, yeah. And so, you know, black is very, very hard to get fine.
Yeah.
But that particular dye that we use for that one is really fun because of the way that the dye works, and it's gives kind of a random effect. And yeah, I really enjoy that one. So this is Stormy Night. This one's also in the shop, and that would pair really well with Tiny Dancer.
So well.
So yeah, that would, a lot of the same tones in there. That it would really bring out. I think it would really, really bring out the purple in this. If you were going, well, maybe this is just a little bit too much white, too bright for what I'm doing. If you paired it with something like that,
It would look really beautiful in a shawl together with those colors.
For sure. We also have Dragon Egg.
Yes.
This one is in the shop as well. And we've got a couple of these.
Yes, I think there's 2 or 3.
Yep. And this one is a nice green base, and we got some nice brilliant orange speckles in there, some black speckles.
It's a very woodsy colorway too.
Yes, it is.
If you look at it from that angle.
Yeah, you could knit anything you wanted to appear natural. A lot of earth tones. And then the orange in this isn't very heavy either.
No.
So, you know, it wouldn't, it's not going to overpower the green.
Yeah, I like that.
Then we have...
This is Orchid.
Yes.
So Orchid is, if you remember the Cipolla sweater, that's what it is. I kept saying that wrong and I found out it's Cipolla. That I'm knitting. It is a gray tonal, and then I have this color paired with it. And yeah, it's just a tonal purple, but it's like a pinky purple.
Yes.
And yeah, it's a very, very, very tonally one. But yeah, it kind of looks good with this, even together with Autumn Cranberry. Anything
oh man, we
that,
should make a
that
fade
way.
kit.
Oh, I know. And then like putting Stormy Night with it. Oh, ooh, I like that.
Or even, I don't know. Let's see.
Oh yeah, totally. Totally. Super fun. So yeah. I really, really like Orchid a lot. It's even got like, you can kind of see little shots of gray in there as well. So yeah, I really, really like that. What else do we have? Oh, you should show off this colorway. That's a new one.
So this is Jackolantern. This is a brand new colorway. This one has specks of black, and I was just talking about how black is tough to speckle fine, and this kind of illustrates that. But I managed to get some fine speckles in these, some fine black speckles, and I really am happy with the way this turned out.
Oh yeah.
Every once in a while, you start out with a vision of exactly how you want something to look when it's done, and it actually happens. And
that's rare. I feel
one
like
of
with
those times.
Because sometimes you try and it just doesn't happen. So that's awesome that was able to happen for you.
For sure. And I made sure to include some green speckles too. They're not nearly as much green as the black, but I wanted kind of the stem of the pumpkin.
I love it.
Yes. And oops, sorry, go ahead.
I was just gonna say that I totally envision this as a sock. Like a sock, and if you put like either a black heel, I know a lot of people don't like knitting with black, but even with like a dark tonal gray or something, and then like a green cuff, remember we talked about green cuff or vice versa or whatever, I totally see that.
Totally.
That would be so cute.
But I intentionally left this a more muted blaze, or a more muted orange. It's not like a blaze hunter's orange.
Yeah.
Because in my mind, initially, I was like, well, pumpkin, you know, it's got to be really bright orange. Jack-o'-lantern's really bright orange. And then I was looking at pictures of pumpkins, just tons of pictures of pumpkins. And I was going, well, actually, pumpkins really aren't blaze orange.
They are like a more muted orange to them.
And it's the same dye that I used for my hunter hat, and you can kind of see the difference here. This looks much more like a pumpkin.
It totally does.
Than this does. So,
yeah, you don't see pumpkins that color, I feel.
No, not really. I mean, there might be some breeds, but...
Sure.
Breeds. Varieties. We breed pumpkins here at the Woolen Homestead. But, and so it's much more true, and it's like an orange tonal underneath all of the speckles.
Yeah,
so
it's really, really pretty.
It kind of it mimics that the tonality that you see in actual pumpkins, where it's, you know, some spots are lighter and darker. And
I also feel like it goes along with the hunting theme as well.
Yeah, you could knit this as a pair of orange camo socks too. Like it would be.
It's got a camo look to it as well. Like you can interpret it in 2 different ways. So, because that would go great with that knitting DPN cozy.
Oh, totally. Look at that.
You can totally see the.
Yeah, you can kind of.
Oh, totally.
Yeah.
That's cool.
That works out really well.
Yeah. So yeah, Jackolantern or even something hunting themed.
Yeah. Next we have Hogs Mean Holiday.
Yay.
This is back in the shop. It's been a while since this one's been in there. This is kind of a cool all-around like colorway for the year. When I first started it, I had envisioned it to be kind of a fall thing.
Yes.
You know, like Harry Potter fall.
Yes. Oh yeah.
And so, but it works pretty well year round.
I feel like it
too.
embodies fall.
Yeah, exactly. But yeah, it's got some nice purple, nice orange, some green off of that gold base. Right
So
on.
cool.
Yeah, and this one is, I think we got 4 skeins of this in the shop now.
Yep.
But other than that
one was just put in
yes,
on Friday.
Yep.
We did an update from the car. So we did that on Friday.
We also have the Songbird Mitten kits.
Yes. So we've got one of each of these. So we've got the blue and the green, and blue is the Tranquil Blue kit and Fern is the green kit. And these are the mittens for that you can make with those kits. So each kit will make 1 set of mittens, and this is the pattern, the Songbird Mitten pattern by Erica Heuser, and we'll have a link in the description box for the pattern. But with each kit, you get a coupon code for 20% off of this pattern. So this is the inside, and this, we were talking about this the other day. This is my favorite finished object ever. Yes. I love this.
That's my favorite thing you've ever knit.
I love these so much.
Although
that sweater is, yeah, so clearly colorwork theme is what I'm liking. Yeah, I just love these. So highly recommend knitting them. It's a fingering weight pattern, and you would think that it would take forever, but it doesn't. It flies. I strongly recommend using like washi tape on your pattern, like put it in one of those plastic, what do you call them? Like the little folder.
Page protectors.
Yeah, yep. Yeah. Just put them in one of those and then put some washi tape over it and just tape over each line that you're reading from. It's like when you read with a bookmark when you're a kid, you know what I mean?
Yep.
When you read with a bookmark, it's just like that. So yeah, strongly recommend that pattern. So yeah, that is what is in the shop. We will be having a shop update.
This Friday.
This Friday, August 24th at 6 p.m. Eastern. Now, fun fact, August 24th is the shop anniversary.
Oh my gosh.
It's the shop anniversary. 2 years ago, 2 years old. It's 2 years old. So crazy. It's so cool that we're having a shop update on the anniversary. So because of the anniversary, we are celebrating, and anybody that orders on August 24th, so it has to be on that Friday, you will get one of our Woolen Homestead pins that, actually you've got one on your bag if you want to show it.
I do.
We were giving these out at the Fiber Festival, and I was thinking that if we had some left over that we would give these out. So those are our little pins, and yeah, we just had them made.
Trying to track your face. There we go.
Oh, sorry. I was trying to look at it. So yeah, those are our little pins, and anybody that orders on August 24th will receive one of those pins while supplies last, but we've got quite a few. So yeah, I'm excited.
Me too.
I can't believe it's
really
been
cool.
2 years. It's crazy.
It has.
So crazy. So, and it's been about a year since you came out. I don't remember. We'll have to go look back in like Instagram or something and figure out when you started dyeing.
I think it was September
but
last year.
So that's crazy.
Yeah.
Almost a whole year. Wow. So yeah, come join us for the update, and we'll get some goodies for you in the shop. Yeah, so that's it for shop news. So
life stuff.
This is the last segment of the podcast, so we're gonna cover the Michigan Fiber Festival. We do need a Fiber Festival in Midland, though. That would be amazing. Oh yeah, we're in Michigan. If you haven't figured that out, I don't think I talked about that at the beginning, but that's where we're at.
It's okay.
And but yeah, so what's been going on?
So yeah, it's been a crazy month or so. Yeah. It was actually, it started the night of the Q&A.
Yeah.
Totally unrelated to
totally
the Q&A.
Unrelated, yeah. I feel,
but
yeah, definitely had nothing to do
off.
with the Q&A, but it was just that night, because right afterwards we just kind of hung out and We just watched Netflix and...
Yeah, what was going on the day of as well.
Yeah.
So early on that day, I had started experiencing frequent heart palpitations. And I've had heart palpitations throughout my life. I think everybody has them at some point in their life. But these were weird. I was feeling like my heart was stopping for a second or two and then starting again. And I was feeling like it would take my breath away. And it started in the morning and then kind of subsided in the mid-afternoon, and then in the evening after the podcast, the live Q&A.
The live stream, yeah.
And they just started coming back. And when I laid down to go to bed, it was happening like, it felt like every other heartbeat. In reality, it was probably every 10 seconds or so. I was just getting these paused heartbeats and felt like extra heartbeats, and my breath was getting taken away. And then my heart rate started increasing. Right. And I think that was in response to kind of like what's going on.
Yeah, it's heart
anxious
stuff. It's scary.
Right.
For sure.
So I had my old stethoscope from nursing school, and I put it on my chest, and I could actually hear an extra heartbeat. So I'm like, well, it's actually something physical is going on here.
Yep.
Or electrical with the heart. So we drove to the emergency room, and they took my blood pressure. My blood pressure topped out in a hypertensive crisis at 196 over 110, I think it was.
That's really high.
Yeah, it was. Well, at that point, it's dangerously high. You can get organ damage and things like that. And that was in response to the stress, we think. I didn't know what was going on. I've always kind of had a phobia of like doctors and waiting
stuff
rooms.
Is terrifying.
Yes. And
it's very terrifying.
So they got me back to a room pretty quick. They gave me some IV medicine for
make you calm down.
To calm me down. They put an EKG on me, took a ton of blood for tests, and gave me some fluids. They were thinking maybe it was a dehydration. All the tests came back completely negative. They found I wasn't having a heart attack or anything like that, thankfully.
Thank goodness, yeah.
Thankfully. But they still didn't know what was causing the palpitations. And after they gave me the anxiety medication through the IV, and it was a pretty hefty dose too, I still wasn't like sleepy. It didn't really affect me, but it did calm me down enough that the palpitations started going away. But we didn't know what was going on. So they discharged me from the hospital that night on instructions, basically lay around, don't do anything.
Go see your doctor.
Go see your doctor, cut out caffeine, and no alcohol, no caffeine, nothing like that. So a couple of days later, we went to the doctor, and the doctor was going, well, we have no idea what's going on. Your blood pressure's still a little bit elevated, which it always is in the doctor's office.
Especially for you.
Right.
It always is, yeah.
But they said since they're happening pretty frequently and we don't know what's going on, we're going to order a Holter monitor, which is basically it's an EKG that you wear around. It measures the heart's electrical activity over a long period of time. In my case, it was 24 hours. Sometimes they can go as long as a month. Those are referred to as event recorders, and sometimes I had one for a week a couple of years ago. So we put the Holter monitor, we got the Holter monitor, and they ended up putting me on some medicine for blood pressure and to kind of bring down the activity of the heart. It's called a beta blocker, and it basically blocks the effects of norepinephrine and epinephrine so that the heart doesn't beat as strong or as fast. And they were hoping that would kind of chill out the palpitations that were still occurring. So I got on the beta blockers, got on some stuff like for some anxiety because I was pretty worked up about all this. Couldn't really sleep. I wasn't eating a whole lot.
You lost your appetite?
I lost my appetite completely. And we eventually went back to the ER because I could not sleep. It was a case of at all. I went
for 2 weeks.
2 weeks. I went 2 weeks with an average of about a half an hour of sleep a night.
It was really
and then
bad.
Finally one day I would just pretty much had enough.
You hit a wall.
I hit a wall. We had to go back to the ER and get something to help me sleep because I was just completely run down.
Mm-hmm.
I could not couldn't get any sleep. I couldn't get any rest. I had no caffeine, and I went from drinking like 10 cups of coffee a day to nothing.
We just have herbal teas now.
Yes. And, couldn't do any activity. And I'm a personal trainer. I love working out. I love going like really, really hard in my workouts. And I was basically told to take it easy. Like I could get up, I could move around, I could take my dog for a walk, but I couldn't do any weightlifting. I couldn't do any
You couldn't get out your normal
activity.
Stress, like how you would normally work through your stress. You couldn't do any of those things.
Right. And so all of my...
made it way worse.
So all of my escapes were completely taken away.
Yeah.
So at the ER, they rearranged all the medicine a little bit, and they and then they gave me something to help me kind of sleep a little bit. Mm-hmm. That helped a little bit. A day or two later, I had eaten dinner, and I stood up, and all of a sudden I felt like I was riding a horse. That's the sensation in my head was that I was riding a horse. I was having the craziest case of vertigo I've ever had in my life. I was like bouncing up and down, and I had to steady myself because I felt like I was going to fall over, and check to make sure my body wasn't actually moving. Yeah. And so I decided not to take the beta blockers that night because I figured it might be a blood pressure issue. I took my blood pressure and it was fine. And I was doing some reading, and one of the rare side effects to one of the medications I was on, the beta blockers, was that it can make you have crazy feelings of movement when that's not occurring.
Yeah.
So I stopped those at night because I didn't want the side effects to get any worse. But unfortunately, if you stop beta blockers immediately, you can get rebound hypertension. So that means like you stop them, and then your body doesn't know how to process the extra epinephrine that's going through your system, and so it basically sends your body back into overdrive, and you get high blood pressure as a result of that. We didn't want that to happen, so we luckily had another appointment with the doctor the next day, and they advised backing off the dosage on the beta blockers and switching the time around for them. So we switched the time around. That ended up working miraculously to help me sleep better. All of a sudden, I was actually starting to fall asleep. I was able to sleep in the morning, I could actually sleep. What was happening before that, I would wake up, and whenever I would wake up, that was when I was awake.
Whether
it was the first time,
or whatever, yeah.
The first time that I woke up after initially falling asleep was when I was awake. Whether that was at 9 at night, like if I'd gone to sleep at 8 and woke up at 9, or whether I went to sleep at 10 and woke up at 3 in the morning, or went to sleep at 10 and woke up at 5 in the morning. Yeah. Whenever I first woke up was when I was up. I couldn't fall back to sleep because every time I did, I'd wake up and my heart would just be pounding, and I would be in my pulse racing, almost like a panic attack.
Totally.
But I knew that there was nothing really wrong, so that helped things out a lot. We ended up having an appointment with a cardiologist, and the cardiologist looked at my Holter monitor results, and they determined that the palpitations that I was feeling were premature ventricular contractions. So it basically means that the lower chambers of my heart were beating faster were beating when they weren't supposed to, which is actually completely benign. Most people have them. I just happen to feel them, and mine happened to be with a little bit more intensity. So what kind of an overview of PVCs, or premature ventricular contractions. Your heart has 4 different chambers. Your right atria, your right ventricle, your left atrium, and your left ventricle. And blood flows through the right atria, which is at the top chamber, into the right ventricle. From the right ventricle, it goes out into the lungs through the pulmonary artery, and then or the pulmonary vein, one of the two. It's been a while since I've been in school. It comes back in through the right atrium, goes into the the left atrium, goes back into the left ventricle. From the left ventricle, it goes out the mitral valve and through the aorta and to the rest of the body. So the lower chambers are the ventricles. Those are the those are the more powerful chambers of the heart. And sometimes the electrical system, there's a little node in your heart called the sinoatrial node, and it fires a electrical impulse that spreads throughout the heart and makes it beat in unison. Sometimes there's a little rogue cell that can cause the ventricle below to beat before it's supposed to. It causes the heart to pause for a second, restart itself, and reset the normal rhythm. So that's why I was feeling. They feel really scary, but they're completely benign, especially if they're not in a series. If they're in a series, then that's, if it's in a series that stops shortly, that's non-sustained ventricular tachycardia. It's serious, but not, life-threatening. And then if they're in a complete series of ventricular tachycardia, that's VTAC, and that's very dangerous. But mine were completely isolated and not in a series, so it's looking like we're fine. Knock on wood, it's looking like everything's fine. Back to sleeping pretty well. My sleep schedule is still a little bit off. Appetite's a little bit off. I've lost about 20 pounds, which has been probably mostly water and muscle and a little bit of fat, hopefully.
Your appetite's getting a little bit better.
It is getting better.
Like. It was really bad.
It was really bad. I was eating
anything.
I couldn't.
I felt like a mother where I was like, he ate something. Yay! Yeah.
It was to the point there were a couple of days I ate maybe 80, 90 calories. I just wasn't hungry. And
eating made you feel nauseous.
Yes.
Yeah.
So I eventually started forcing myself to eat like protein bars, nutritional shakes, just to get the calories.
Yeah, and just little bits at a time.
Yep, slowly built back up my appetite.
It's definitely getting better. I feel like it's definitely improving.
And
if you
luckily,
eat too much, you still get a little sick, but it's definitely, I feel like it's getting better.
And luckily, so far, the PVCs have pretty much, knock on wood, they've pretty much gone away.
You quit caffeine completely. Yep. I still will have like a tea that has maybe some caffeine, but for me, I honestly don't need the caffeine either. I like coffee, but I am just as fine with having decaf. I had a little bit of like racing heart like last year when I was having too much caffeine, so I'm like, I'll quit it with you. Like I got no problems with that. And like I said, I'll have a little bit of coffee, or tea that'll have caffeine in it, but it's not as much as a cup of coffee. And but yeah, I think that's doing a lot of good for you. We haven't drank any alcohol. We haven't,
completely.
No cigars, nothing.
No cigars, no alcohol. All my fun things are gone, but it's okay. It's okay. It's worth it to be healthier.
Yeah.
So basically that's what's been going on. That's why we haven't been, part of the reason anyway, we haven't been podcasting a whole lot. Tiffany's pretty much taken over the dyeing for the last couple of weeks because dyeing's actually pretty strenuous job, and we haven't wanted
and
me to carry, pans of water.
I wasn't gonna let you either.
So
I wasn't gonna let you. You did last week.
Yes.
For the first time, and that went okay.
It did. Yep.
It was good, but
so we're getting back to normal.
Yeah.
It's been kind of a weird couple of weeks, but we're feeling better. I'm feeling better.
Definitely.
And
my sock.
So thank you so much, everyone, for the thoughts and prayers and kind words. The amount of support from the community was absolutely astounding.
It was. We got so many messages and just comments
Hundreds
asking how you were doing.
Yeah. And
I still get people asking how you're doing. So we wanted to get a video out to you guys soon so that we could talk about everything that had happened and give you an update on how things are going. So looks like things are going a lot better. Right now we're just kind of taking it day by day and making sure that you're not overdoing it and things like that. So
so it's just been day by day pretty much.
But I think it's definitely on the up and up
for sure. So you've also got some news.
So also last week I was offered the salon manager position at I work at PetSmart in the grooming salon. And so I'm kind of filling in on like an interim manager basis right now to see if it's something that I'm interested in. But so it's been about a week, and I've really been enjoying it so far. So I'm just seeing how everything goes, and so I'll keep you guys updated on all of that. And it's a totally different job. It's totally different than what I was doing, and I'm still grooming. but there's just more things that I'm doing now. So, but I like it though. I'm really, really enjoying it actually. And, you know, there's always that period where you're getting used to, you know, things and, you know, trying
to do a great job.
You know, thank you, baby. You're so sweet. But, yeah, I'm really, really enjoying it. And I'm very, like, thankful and, you know, humbled that they asked me. So, yeah, I'm really, really excited. So, but yeah, that's been going on. And then Michigan Fiber Festival.
Yeah, so for some really good news.
Yes.
We had a blast at the Michigan Fiber Festival.
Yes.
Met some truly awesome people.
Oh my gosh. It was so much fun. We had a podcaster meetup that Lacey from Hooked on Owls, she organized this whole thing. And thank you, Lacey, for getting that together. It was so much fun. I really hope they do it again next year because I really enjoyed it. We did a mini swap with each of the podcasters, and we got to meet viewers, and it was just so wonderful. So that was from 3 to 5 at the festival, and it was a blast. So let's see. So we wrote down all the podcasters and
just
some of
to
the
make
viewers.
sure we didn't leave anybody out.
Yeah, we didn't want to forget anybody.
But we might still leave somebody out. So
yeah,
if we did, we are so sorry.
Yes.
But as far as viewers, I mean, we met Cassie.
Yep,
so
Cassie was
Cassie.
there. Hi, Cassie. Marty and Mariel were there. Kendra.
Yep.
Kendra. And then Heather.
Yeah.
So, yeah, that was really, really fun. And then,
yeah, it was awesome meeting you guys.
And then
Thanks
once
so
again,
much
we're
for stopping
sorry
out.
if we forgot anybody.
Yeah.
But that was just who we knew that we remembered that we had seen.
Yeah.
And then, as far as the podcasters, we met Chevy Rell and her little baby pug Olive and her husband. Oh my gosh, they're just the sweetest. We love you guys.
They are awesome people. And they don't want kids either, so that's kind of cool. So we don't find couples that are absolutely don't want kids. We don't want kids. So hey, I'm sure we mentioned in the live Q&A at some point, but we
don't plan on having children.
So hey,
I love children, and I love my nieces. I love my nephews. Outside of that, you know what I mean. Some of my friends' kids, you know, I love that. Like Steph's baby, I love Steph's baby. But you know, as far as our own, we're very happy with our animals. I love being a fur mom. So yeah, but that was really funny. We were watching her podcast this morning when she said that. We were laughing. And then Rachel from Treehouse Knits. It was so great to meet Rachel. I have been watching her podcast for, gosh, a long time now.
Yes.
Whenever she started it. And it was so cool to meet. I felt like I had known her forever. And I was like, we're all sweaty. And I just like ran at her, like, hug me.
Everybody was so sweaty. I was sweaty. You were sweaty. It was, yeah.
You could not be sweaty there.
And everybody just kind of embraced it too. Like,
we did. We're just all hugging. Everybody hugged. It was great. Cappy from the Yarn and I, we met her last year, so it was good to see Cappy again. And then her husband was there as well. And then Holly and her family from the Proper Pineapple. They were so cute in their little pineapple shirts, and that was so cute. So it was great to meet Holly. Erin from Knitting Envy. So fun to meet her. And then Lacey, which I had met, but you had not met Lacey. Lacey from Hooked on Owls. I had not met Lacey yet. And we're going to have links in the description box to everybody's podcast, so you can go check them out. And Lacey's mom was there. We met her mom. And then Kim from Adventures in Craft. We met her last year.
Yeah, I was going to say we met Kim last year.
Yep. So it was great to see Kim. And
it was cool to interact with people this year because I'm more part of the shop this year.
Yeah,
more
exactly.
Part of the community a little bit. And that was really nice.
You were knowing more people, and people knew who you were. And yeah, that was really, really cool. And it's really fun to have like a partner in crime in this, you know. So I really enjoyed it as well. I totally dropped a stitch, so I'm just gonna fix this. Okay.
And we'll try and make sure we include links to all of these people that we've talked about in the description box. I feel like a real YouTube podcast.
Yes, check
links
out the
in the description box below. Yeah, no, but for sure we will, because you need to check these people out. They're phenomenal in real life.
Yes.
And
it was so much fun, and we'll show you the swap that we did. I've got a whole bag full of goodies over there, because I kind of went, I went a little crazy on my shopping. So yeah, so
that's okay. My birthday's month after next.
It is true. He has a fall birthday.
October 10th.
So I like to pretend that's also my birthday.
It's the best, okay? Because so you guys know that I am fanatic for like hunting and fishing and whatnot. More so hunting. I'm more of a hunter than I fish, but I do enjoy fishing. But my birthday is October 10th. It is 10 days after the start of bow season here in Michigan.
It's like perfect for
like
him.
almost a month before the start of gun season. So it's perfect.
Yeah.
It's absolutely perfect. We go to like Cabela's,
And it's like
Jay's,
far
Sporting
enough
Goods.
away from Christmas that it's not so close to Christmas.
Yes, it's so perfect.
It works out really well.
So perfect. And you
got a
got
good
May
birthday.
29th.
Yes, I've got May 29th, but we have like crazy Mays now.
Yes.
Because we have our anniversary on May 3rd.
Yep.
And then we have Mother's Day.
Yep.
And then we have, not for me being a mother, which we just discussed, but for our mothers.
Yes.
And then we've got my birthday and my mom's birthday. And we have a lot going on in May.
Yeah, but nothing going on in October. We do have a wedding this year.
Yes,
on the
we're going to a wedding.
Which is on the Michigan State game. Thank you so much, Susanna, for that, by the way, if she ends up watching
We'll have to
this.
tell Susanna to watch this.
Oh my gosh, we got a really, really good friend of mine. I met her in school quite a few years ago, and we're both personal trainers. She's getting married,
So
and
exciting.
we're so happy for them.
Yes, very happy, and I'm excited to go to a fall wedding.
Yes, her and her fiance Zach are having a nice fall wedding, and it's also on the Michigan State football game.
I think that's also the same day. We were just looking this up. I think that might be the same day as the Ann Arbor Fiber Expo, so I need to look that up. So if it is, we won't be there. But we'll be at the wedding.
We'll be at the wedding, but we won't be.
Yeah.
And I just know there's going to be a bunch of dudes in the back of that church just like checking their phones for the score. The Michigan State football game is one of the biggest sports events in the state.
Yeah.
It's huge. People have parties, tailgates, and I'm missing
Families
it for
are
you,
divided.
Susanna. I'm missing it for you. Families are divided, seriously, over this.
One time I have one of my request clients, their dog, now they have two dogs, but what we did when they just had the one dog, she would get her nails painted, and one side would be Michigan State colors and the other side would be U of M
Blasphemy.
colors.
How did the dog even stay together in space? Like that's
because I think their kids both went to each school. So
why would you do that?
it was so funny.
But
yeah.
we are Michigan fans, by the way, in case anyone's wondering.
Yeah, I'm indifferent, but
She's not indifferent. I mean, she's indifferent, but she shouldn't be because she lived in Lansing, so she should hate Michigan State because try driving in Lansing sometime.
I am a U of M fan because I married you.
Yes. I don't like
So just by
driving.
association,
I don't like
I'm
driving
a
in Ann Arbor either.
My brother's a U of M fan too.
Yes.
So
Your brother's a
And my
your brother's
brother-in-law.
a U of M fan. Your brother-in-law's a U of M fan. I'm a U of M fan.
Yeah.
All of my family are U of M fans.
So I might as well just be one. I just happen to live in Lansing for a small period of time.
Yeah. It's just a minor character flaw. But
I love my Lansing peeps. I got a lot of knitting friends now in Lansing.
I know,
so I have
we're
to go
just
down
going to
there.
get flamed by these comments. So my fellow U of M fans, you need to come out and support me here because I know there's a ton of people that watch that are from the Lansing area.
Comment below whether you're U of M or...
No, don't do that.
Yeah,
because
whether
the
you're U of M or
fact is,
Michigan State.
U of M hasn't been doing so well lately. Don't do that. Just say that you like U of M. You people from state can keep quiet. But it should be a good game. I don't know.
Oh, yeah. You'll
I'm
have to
sure
figure out how to
somebody
get on your
tell
phone.
me about it. Well, we might be switching our phone carriers too, and so our new phone carrier might give me access to the NFL. Well, it wouldn't even be on the NFL. What am I talking about? ESPN.
Oh yeah,
my gosh.
Yeah, 'cause it's college.
Yeah.
That's
So
fun.
what else? We went to the Fiber Festival.
Yeah, should we show what we got?
Yes.
Let's talk about
What we got.
What we got. What I got and he got some.
I got a little bit.
A very tiny amount.
Okay.
But I got most of it. In my defense, I have been saving up for this event. Yeah, I don't need to justify it. You know, you never care.
I don't care.
You never care.
I don't care. I understand.
And the viewers don't care. They're just as bad as I am. Okay.
This
So,
is a haul.
in no particular order, I'm just gonna pull out what I find. Actually, I think this was the last thing I bought. So this is a braid of fiber from Ice Melon Stash, which is Dana, and she's a Lansing girl. So yeah, you gotta be nice to those Michigan State people.
I'm sorry for you, Dana.
So this is called Pleased as Patina is the colorway, and I just fell in love with this. So it is 100% organic Polworth. 4 ounces, and oh my gosh, I just love this. So need to get back to doing some more spinning. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited about this. Okay, so this is basically it's just little sparkle bits. So I don't have like a drum carder, I don't have any prep tools, but but I've got dog slicker brushes. So.
Oh my god.
So. And actually, the lady from here, she actually recommended that I do that. So I was like, I like you, because that's what I've done before. So, this is from Fox Farms. So once again, we'll have links to everybody in the description box. But it's just little, it's Angelina. So it's just little hot pink Angelina. I love hot pink, so I'm just gonna start putting this into some fiber that I've got. I've got some undyed fiber that I thought I'd add this into. Thought it'd be fun. And then this one, oh, this was the last thing that I bought. Remember, I ran.
She literally ran
to the expo building because I remembered seeing this. I was like, oh, I really want it. And literally it was closing in 2 minutes.
2 minutes.
So I ran. But this is called Crazy as a Bat. And it's from Winding Wool Creek Fiber Mill. I could not find them on Instagram. I'm going to see if I can find their website. But that is the name of they've got an email.
WindingWoolCreek at AT&T.net.
Yep. So, but they had a lot of really pretty fall colored bats there.
They really did. And their tags are freaking awesome. You guys won't be able to see this on camera, I don't think, but it's like a textured
metallic.
It's like textured metallic. It's really cool.
Yeah, so I really love this. This is 2 ounces.
Yep.
So I'll have to pair this probably with something, unless there's something really small that I want to make, but I really like this. I've got actually quite a bit of fall colored roving now, or even top, that I can combine it with. So this, I'm going to take this out. I want to show the card. Okay, so this is from Iron Wheel Farms, and this is Danielle and Andrew, and so this is their card. I'll let you do that because you're much better at that than I am. There you go. Oh, you are really good at that. So they are Iron Wheel Farms on Instagram, I believe. I believe that's what it says on there. But that's who they are on Instagram. And yeah, so I got to meet Danielle, and she is just wonderful. They are our neighbors, basically, so that's pretty cool. They're just like, what was it, 20 minutes or so, Beaverton?
Half hour.
Half hour, yeah. One of my coworkers is from Beaverton, too. And so, yeah. Super
really,
close.
really nice.
We definitely want to go visit them and hang out. We're just gonna invite ourselves. But
just show up.
Hey guys. But they have fin sheep, and I've never ever spun fin. I don't even think I had ever really even heard of fin before I saw them. But it's this really pretty autumn color.
It is.
And it's called River Song. And it's 4 ounces comb top, 100% fin. So I cannot wait to spin that up.
It's really cool.
Yeah. And even if I just like not spun those together, but just paired them together, I think this would be really pretty.
Yeah, they would look really nice.
Yeah, I really like that. So
they would fade well.
Yes, they would. Oh my gosh. Okay, this is like what I was really excited about. So last year when we went to the Fiber Festival, Loop Fiber Studio was going to be there, and I'd heard of Loop on different podcasts and things like that, and I was so excited. Well, for some reason she wasn't able to make it last year, and I saw she was on the list this year, and so I was really fingers crossed hoping that she would be there, and she was. So I got my very first Loop bump, and so you just spin from the inside here, and you keep it in the bag so it doesn't felt up on you. But I love how it comes in its own bag.
Yeah.
It's so cute, and I just love the colors. It's got little bits of Angelina in there, a little sparkle. And I cannot wait to spin this. This is gonna just sit in my stash for a little bit and look pretty and just wait until I know exactly what I'm gonna do. But it was so lovely to meet Steph. She's the owner of Loop, and she is just wonderful. Yeah, they have yarns there as well.
Yes.
That are mill spun yarn. And they're gorgeous. She had some really pretty yarns there. So
that was Steph, wasn't it?
Yep, Steph. And she was just lovely. So please go check her out. I really enjoyed getting to talk to her. Babyface is the colorway. I love that. And yeah, it's 4.8 ounces merino, Angelina, and nylon. So, oh, I love it so much. I love it so much. It's so pretty. So yeah, I cannot wait to spin this up, but it is gonna wait because I want it to look pretty. Oh yes, this little guy. Okay, so then I got this really cute little felted coin purse of this little sheepy, and so you can just put like stitch markers and things like that. I honestly have no like idea what I'm gonna use it for, but I just couldn't pass it up. It was so darn cute. And this was, it says it's made in Nepal, and this was from, what would you say, Frabju Fibers?
Yeah, the
the tag.
The tag was over top of the name, so the price tag was over top of the name.
But I know that when I posted a picture on Instagram of my haul, and I did tag them.
Okay.
So you can find them there too, and we'll, like, once again, we'll have links below. But that, oh, so cute. Okay, so then I also got this really super cute DPN cozy, and if you look closely, every, like, I think it was like every 9th or so, reindeer has a little Rudolph nose. It's so cute. So, and it's kind of like not in your face Christmas, you know,
right? Which
I'm fine with in your face Christmas. I have no problem with that.
Right?
But I just thought this was really cute. Like I have no issues using this like throughout the fall because it's kind of even hard to see the little bits of red. So it's understated Christmas, and I love that. So I thought the little reindeer heads were just so cute. So I love that. Now that was from Cat Sock Fibers, and you can find her as Cat Sock Fibers on Instagram. And yeah, and once again we'll have links below for everybody's shop. But yeah, she's so sweet. Oh yes, then I also got my very first Leading Men Fiber Arts mini skein, and the colorway is Bend and Snap, which I thought was hilarious. And it's just this really, really pretty, kind of pinky tonal with little bits of like blue and purple speckles throughout. And I don't really buy mini skeins very often, but sometimes I just really like having them. I mean, it's probably just gonna go on my blanket, but I thought it was so cute. I just loved it. So their booth was really, really fun. They have so many really gorgeous colors, and they were just very lovely to meet and talk with. And yeah, I really, really loved that. So this rest in here is from the podcaster meetup. So let's show these soaps that we got.
So this was from Maple Hill Farm, and they've got like a sheep dairy operation, and they're farm in Wisconsin, and upper Wisconsin, I believe. And they are such nice people.
Oh my gosh.
They were so
the sweetest. Cool. So genuine, and so down to earth.
I mean, absolutely cool. And their whole premise is, you know your farmer, know your food. They've got like actually, I think it's on their brochure here. You can kind of see. And they basically, they educate the public about farms and farming and responsible farming and how to care for your animals properly. Yeah. They're kind of a small farming outfit. They also make their own soaps, lotions. I know they sell some of their meat and things like that.
Yeah, this is like a bath. This is like a bath powder that you can put in your, it has like a little bag that comes with it, and it's called Relaxation Blend. It's Herbal Sheep Milk Bath, and yes. Oh my gosh, so it's just for soaking.
It smells so good.
Oh my gosh, so it's just really cool. Actually, Chevy Rell told me about this when we were at the podcaster meetup, and I was like, I gotta go check this out. So then when we went, because we had gone through once, and then when we went back to their booth, I was like, that's a really neat idea. And because it's refillable.
Yeah, and this is what I got.
Yeah.
I got some plain sheep milk soap. Let's see if this focuses in here. But this is plain sheep milk soap, and it's got a slight scent to it, but it's not
a very clean scent.
But it's very, very clean. Mm-hmm. And we got some lavender soap as well, which I used that this morning. I don't even care that I'm walking around smelling like lavender. It's delicious. Oh yeah, it totally smells great.
Yeah, but you don't smell like overly fragrant.
I don't smell like a chick, you know. I smell like a dude.
And dudes can totally wear lavender. There's nothing wrong with that at all.
Well, yeah. But what I'm trying to say though, it's not perfumey. It smells natural. It smells like if I was to go out and start like cutting some lavender or something, or I was drying out lavender, like, and you know the smell that you would get, it's not overpowering. It's not that like it's not that that heavy perfumed artificial scent. Right. It's a very, very natural scent, which is really, really cool. Yeah. A lot like those sachets that we got. Those have the natural lavender scent as well. Yeah. But this one is the ingredients are lard, coconut oil, sheep milk, and sodium hydroxide. That's it. How cool is that? And you feel clean. Yeah. Like you feel awesome, and they're not very expensive. I think on their website they go for don't quote me on this, but I think they go for like $6 a bar, and then they're a little bit cheaper. They were 3 for $10 at the actual show. Yeah,
so if you go see them at a show, stock up because it's awesome.
Yeah, if you can get them before we do, because we're gonna buy them out next time.
Yes, totally. Like I hope they're there next year, because that's probably gonna be one of the first places we go, because it was Oh, I just love them. And this is their lotion. This is their lavender lotion that we got. And
let me see if I can get this to focus here.
There you go. Oh, you're so much better at it.
Well, I got big old paddles for hands too, so it blocks everything out. So
paddles. So yeah, this stuff is amazing. I was talking about when I was using it that the consistency reminds me of like a whipped, like when you have whipped yogurt, it's kind of like that. Like it's not like a heavy cream, it's very nice. And the smell is amazing. I adore it. It's so nice. And they had big bottles of body lotion there that you could get. Yeah, yeah, they had so many cool chapsticks. They had chapsticks. But this, I just
deodorant.
Thought,
they had like natural deodorant.
Yeah. I just thought this was just so cool though. This this like milk bath. So I want to give this a try.
I'm gonna see if I can get that to focus in on there too.
Yeah, their tags are just so cool. And go check them out on Instagram. I have been obsessed with their Instagram. It's so cute. You can see everything, what it's like on their farm. You can see behind the scenes of everything. Wasn't it on their website even? You can see like
how they milk the sheep. Yeah, it's really
so cool. So
and like the people you see in the video are the people that are at the shows. The I believe the owners, and just super nice people, down to earth. Ask them anything. Ask them anything about what they do, and they will gladly take time to tell you about it.
Yeah.
They will completely chat with you, and
we really truly enjoy getting to know them.
Yeah, they don't. When they see people, it's definitely, you can tell it's not like, oh, there's another customer, ring them up, send them on their way.
Exactly.
It was really cool. We're definitely going to be doing business with them in the future.
I think it'd be super fun if we go to Wisconsin to go visit their farm.
Oh, absolutely, it's going to happen. If we are ever up that way, we definitely will.
Definitely.
So, mini. Oh no, you got one more. Yeah.
Yes, I almost forgot about this. I wanted to grab it out of my bag. So, and I've actually got the tag right here. So, one of the places that I also stopped at is Indian Lake Artisans. So they sell knitting needles. They make these knitting needles, and they are from Rochester, Michigan. So I'd first heard of them on The Grocery Girls.
Yes.
And I remember looking them up and realizing they were from Michigan, and I thought that was the coolest thing ever, because I feel like as Michiganders, we have pride. Yeah, like I feel like we really do. I know a lot of states do as well, but I feel like Michiganders, like, we really are like proud of it. And so when I saw their booth, I like beelined for them, and I wanted to check them out. So I got to talking with them. They had a couple of needles set up so you could try them out.
Which was a cool idea.
Yeah, it was so cool. So what's really, really cool about these needles is they are, is it hexagonal? Hexagonal? I don't know how to say it, but...
I'm going to say hexagonal.
Yeah. So they have hexagon shape to these needles instead of being round. Thank you. Yeah. And so it makes it really, really comfortable. They swivel. These are a fixed circular needle, and they swivel. Usually I feel like you only get that in like an interchangeable set. At least from what I've known, I feel like that's usually the common thing. And these are not interchangeables. Oh, our battery is running low. So I'm just gonna finish this up really quick, but I really, really, really love these needles. The point is very nice. It is very easy to do knit two togethers, slip knits. I've been doing the hat pattern with this, and I did some decreases with them. I love these needles. Really happy with them.
Yeah, and I think with these ones, they're $30. Mm-hmm.
Yep. So it's definitely a treat yourself sort of a thing.
Yep.
So when I had seen them, I was like, all right, let's do it. I want to try them out. I knew I was going to be knitting a bunch of those hats, and I really wanted to try them out. And honestly, I was zooming through that hat, and I really feel like my speed has picked up with these, because they just get in the stitches really, really nicely.
Yep. And as far as the hexagonal design, I mean, I think that's really one of those things that I think definitely try them out, see how they feel, or buy one pair, try them out, see how they feel. For me personally, I don't know whether it's just because I don't knit as much as you do, but it doesn't make a whole bunch of difference to me.
Well, have you try them on your hat and see, once you use them for like a good couple inches, see how you feel about them, because I really got in a groove with them.
But as far as the fit and finish, they're very nicely made.
Yes, very.
Very,
I really like the cable
very nice joints. Yeah, the cable's nice and flexible. And the finish on them, it's a hand rubbed beeswax finish, which which is nice. But yeah, for sure, definitely it's a treat yourself sort of thing, but I would definitely recommend, try a pair before you go and buy a bunch of them, because what you don't want to do is...
You should do that anyways.
Right, for sure. For sure.
Even with a cheap pair, you should do that.
But yeah, we met I think it was the owner, Pam.
Yes.
She was very, very nice. Very nice lady.
And her husband, I forgot his name, but he was there as well.
Was that her husband?
Yeah,
okay.
I believe so. I guess I could be wrong, but there was a couple that was there. There were a man and a woman that were there, and they were very, very nice. So, yeah. So yeah, I really, really enjoyed those needles. Sure. And then real quick, let's show off our mini skein swap.
Yeah, because we are running out of battery.
Yes, we are. It's yelling at us. So
that's all right.
We'll finish this up really quick. So let's see. These were both from Kim from Chasing Acorns. So she gave us a non-sparkly one and a sparkly one. And so yeah, we got our little mini skeins. And I believe, yeah, the colorway name is MFF 2018. So this one's worsted and this one's like a sparkle sock.
All
and
right.
then...
what else do we have?
Yes,
Knitting Envy.
Yep, we got
Erin.
2 of those as well.
Yeah.
And so she gave us little progress keepers, and
we got some buttons with them, which is pretty cool. Now, did she say this was her?
She dyed this.
She dyed this up.
Yes.
And she's not an indie dyer normally, right?
Right. I think she just dabbles in it, if I recall.
Okay. Well, hey.
I hope don't quote me just in case, but I believe.
Great job, Erin. These look really nice.
Yeah, definitely. I would definitely keep it up because you're doing an amazing job.
Seriously.
Like, you should open an Etsy shop because those look, it's really pretty. I love the green.
Really nice.
Green with the little red flecks in it. It's so pretty. Okay, so this is from Holly at the Proper Pineapple. So this is her pin. And then Danielle and Andrew from Iron Wheel Farms, she actually dyed this skein for her. So that was really cool. And then it's in the Proper Pineapple colors. So yeah, and that's the colorway name. So these are my favorite colors too. So I really like this skein. Kim from Adventures in Craft is her podcast, and then Chasing Acorns is her shop. She makes these gorgeous, gorgeous knitting bags, and I just love this little handle, and then it's got the little carabiner on it, and it's just so cute, and it's got these really nice ties, and this has the cutest little fox fabric on it, and she donated this to the podcast as a giveaway. So keep your eyes peeled. This will be one of the giveaway prizes coming up very soon. And then she also is giving away little bits of stitch markers, the little locking ones. I think they call them light bulb stitch markers, and so I love those. They're like a brass color, and I don't have any of that color, so that was really cool. And then Cappy from the Yarn and I podcast, she had a bunch of minis, and this was a Leading Men Fiber Arts mini, and I just loved these colors. These colors sang to me, so when I was picking them up, I was like, I like that one. So, and then Chevy Rell, she gave us these, so pink and purple. I love pink and purple.
Those are awesome.
So, and then it's got little bits of gray in it too. So, yeah, super cute. And then Lacey, we got this really pretty blue, and this is Barocco Vintage, I believe is what it is. Or not vintage, ultra fine alpaca. Because it says it's got superwash merino nylon and super fine alpaca, and that I knit you a pair of socks using this.
Cool.
Same base. So I've used this before and I really like it. So this will be really nice to have for heels and toes and things like that. So
definitely.
And then I thought this was such a cute little goodie bag. This little bag was from Rachel at Treehouse Knits. So she gave us her little card, and it has a cute little owl stitch marker on there, and oh yes, awesome. And then on the back it's got needle and hook inventory, so you can just like check mark which
really cool.
sizes
That's a
you
great
have.
idea.
I know, I love that. And then she also, I don't know if she made these, but I'm guessing she did, and oh my gosh, they are
smell really good.
Little soaps. And it is here, I'll have you hold that so you can get it closer. And I think it says on there what it is on the front.
It's tea tree oil and peppermint.
Oh, and it smells heavenly.
Mm-hmm.
So good. I love handmade soaps. So amazing. And then her mini skein. This is really, really pretty, kind of earth tones colors. There we go. Perfect. And this is Legacy Fiber Arts, and the colorway is Spellbook. So this is from their Halloween line when they did Hocus Pocus themed. So that's really cool. Snazzy toast. So it's got glitter in it. So yes, very excited about that. And then this was given to us from a viewer, Kendra. And she is the Knit Mitten. So she's the Knit Mitten on Instagram. And she has an Etsy shop where she sells her hand-dyed yarns. And let me tell you, her yarns are gorgeous. I was looking on her page the other day and they are so pretty. I love them. So definitely give her a check her out because they were just so pretty. And she gave us these little stitch markers. So if I recall, I believe she said her son made these little Michigan ones.
Those are so cool.
I know, so cute. And they have a little heart in there. And then she makes these little beaded sheepies. Yeah, so they're just beaded on there and they're so cute. And it has the option of being a stitch marker, like a locking progress keeper, or a stitch marker. And yeah, that's just really, really neat. So yes, thank you, Kendra, for that. That was a really thoughtful gift, and I'm really excited to put those on my project. So that is it for the haul. So yeah, that's it. It feels like
you're not missing anything.
I hope not. But watch later, I'll be like, oh, totally found this, like a whole nother stash. My mom gave me a basket, but I've got that way down in the corner. I needed
You should grab it.
Okay, I will grab it. This is the basket that my mom gave me. So it's a really pretty woven basket. So we forgot to mention, we stayed at my mom's over the weekend. So my mom lives in Greenville, and it's about an hour and a half away from Allegan, which is where the Fiber Festival is at. And we're over in Midland, so it would have been like, what, 3 hours?
3.5.
Yeah, for us to go all the way over there. So what we did, this is the same thing we did last year, is we drove down to my mom's, stayed the night there, and then went to the festival. So this time, because last year we went and drove down to my mom's and then drove to the festival.
Which
and that
was way, way better.
Yeah. Well, like last year we did it all on the same day.
Yes.
And then we stayed overnight. But like this time we went down Friday night.
The morning before.
Yeah, and spent the night. And then the morning of, we just kind of took our time and then got there and then came back to my mom's.
Granted,
and then
the parking situation was a lot tougher.
Yeah, I want to go back. Next year I think we should go back in the morning. I really like going in the morning versus the afternoon. Yeah. But, so I had told my mom she had this really cute basket in her bathroom where she keeps her towels. And I was like, oh, that would be so cute to put my projects in, because I keep my projects in like a little pile over here. And I was like, oh, it'd be cute to have a little basket to put them in. So you can see I've got some in here, but this thing is like full to the brim because I've got so many projects. And I got a couple big blankets, so they stuff this. And so I just thought it'd be really fun to have something cute. So me and my mom, the morning on Saturday, we went to a couple like Goodwill, and there's this really cool estate sale shop that they've got in Greenville, and it's awesome. And we kind of checked it out, and there were some cute baskets, but nothing really that I was like
nothing
loving.
Jumped out at you.
Yeah, and I wasn't like in a rush to find this. I was just like, it'd be cool to have.
Right.
And then while we were at the festival, we saw some gorgeous baskets, and what I was looking for, I was willing just to kind of pay like $5 at like Goodwill. You know what I mean? Like the baskets are gorgeous, but it just wasn't really what I was looking for at the time. And I think they're definitely worth the price, but it just wasn't really what I was looking for at the time. And so my mom happened to notice somebody had a woven purse there. And she said, hey, I've got a woven basket at home, like a purse style. Like it's, you know, it kind of looks like a purse. And she's like, would that work? I was like, yeah, that would totally work. So yeah, when we got back, she showed me this, and she's like, I don't really use it, so I just have it. And so yeah, it works perfect. So thanks, Mom. And I love it. I love it so much. So that's my basket. I'm gonna put this over here. And yeah, we went down to my mom's Friday night. And then they were having the Danish festival, which was super fun because she's like 2 blocks away from downtown.
Super busy.
It was. And there was this really awesome jazz band that was there. I got some footage of that. We're going to have a vlog at some point. I'll get that edited, but there'll be some footage in that. And that was really neat. And we kind of walked around that for a little bit. We were pretty tired, so we just kind of...
Yeah. And I was tired after the drive.
Right, because I had worked a morning shift that day, and then we drove down. So it was late by the time we got there, and it was just it was time to lay down. But yeah, that was a lot of fun. And then we went to the festival, came back and hung out and got to see my sister for a little bit. She stopped in, and yeah, it was really nice. And we came back home on Sunday. So I love that festival. I definitely want to go again next year for sure. I really want to try to make it to the Ann Arbor Fiber Expo sometime, but it just seems to not be in the cards for us to get there, because we were gonna go in the spring, and then there was that like freak ice storm, and then this year it just depends. What I need to double check the dates. So, but we've got a lot going on around that time regardless, so it just depends. Because Elton John is like around that time.
The 13th or something like that.
Yeah, somewhere in there. But yeah. So guys, I think that's it. I don't think there's anything else. We'll catch up with you guys very soon, hopefully within a week or so, maybe 2 weeks. And yeah, we'll talk to you guys later. Feel free to give us a like and subscribe. Leave us a comment below what you're working on, whether you like U of M or Michigan State. And yeah, is there anything else you want to add?
No, I think that about sums it up.
All right. Well, we'll see you guys next time. Thank you again for the thoughts and prayers over the last month. We really, truly appreciated it.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, we'll talk to you guys later.
Bye.
Bye.